Tell us a little bit about the science agency itself then.
The NSSA was established by a royal decree in 2014, but it started its actual duties in 2018, in February 2018. So we consider ourselves as just a very young organization, and we have a group of engineers and another group of IT who were fully dedicated to be educated in the field of space and space technology. We managed to launch our first satellite jointly with the United Arab Emirates February 2022. And also we managed to establish a small lab with special duty to analyze space imagery and data. We provide services to more than 21 institute and government entity in Bahrain. We work very closely with the Ministry of Education and with the Higher Education Council in order to enhance the scientific research in Bahrain and also to encourage youth to be engaged in the space and space science, as we believe that it is part of the future sciences which we have to invest more in it to provide our next generations with opportunities of high level of jobs that can offer high salary and very comfortable work environment. I think currently we are working on building the second satellite that we announced it early this year. And currently Bahrain Space Team is working in developing a payload that will be on board on a satellite for the purpose of cybersecurity in space. And this is something unique, especially in this part of the world. Also, we are in discussion with one partner to build another payload that will be on board on a rover, which will be land on the moon in almost 4 years from now. So this is in short what we are doing and what are our current project and future project.
So there's a lot of opportunity at the moment, it sounds, not just in the NSA, but in the whole space industry, really. How important is it, and you've touched on it a bit, to drive the opportunities to appeal to the younger generation to come through and to appeal to the right minds as well?
Actually, many of the space agencies currently setting new strategies based on how to engage young generation, because we have to keep our link with the young generation to maintain or to make the space sector sustainable, not at national level only but also at international level. In many regions of the world, people will not receive the space as well they receive other sectors, because it's considered as something new, or in some areas it's vague, so they don't know about it, and they always think it is like a rocket science and just traveling to the moon or to Mars. And this is what we would like to change in the mind of our people, and especially the youth, because space and space sciences serve many sectors, and there are lists of more than 250 applications that we can benefit from space and space technologies to serve us. And I can tell you something in short, that according to ANOSA, 40% of the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, cannot be achieved without utilizing space and space technologies. And the other 60% will depend on space in indirect way. So space is something not a luxurious thing. It is part of our infrastructure. It's like electricity. It's like using the internet. We have to cope with the requirement of the future, and we have to focus with huge investment, not only investment in the agencies and the product, but also investment in people first.
Now, people is very, very important. You have a lovely trophy there as well. Do you want to tell us about the trophy you're holding in your hand?
Yeah, actually, we competed during the IAC, the International Astronautical Conference, which held in Paris during last September. And we competed with more than 433 agencies and universities and institutes from more than 99 countries in the 3G competition. And it is about how to empower young generation, women, and how to become unique and shining in your geographical area. So it is the 3G: generation, gender, and geographic location. And we are proud that we won the first place, and we bring the name of Bahrain at international level and showing that we can make a difference. We are so proud that more than 64% of our staff are women, and more than 67% of them are on leading position. In addition to that, the average age of our agency's employee is less than 31 years.
Do you know, that's a fantastic thing. And it's also, I think, important. It's an important message to get out there to the rest of the world, because I think if you're not in the Middle East, if you're somewhere over in Europe and things, all we hear about in the Middle East is how repressive an area it is. So how do you change the motivation for the rest of the world to maybe get on board and understand the Middle East is changing, is moving with the times, and is actively encouraging women to get involved in many different sectors, but specifically space?
Basically, I will invite them to participate in such wonderful air show or exhibitions. They can come and visit us. They don't have to just trust whatever they receive through the social media and some news. They have to watch by themselves how this part of the world is changing at very high rate. And with the support of our leaderships, we are making a difference. And hopefully, we are going to compete with advanced nations in the coming future.
I have no doubt. My final question for you is, we just had over to the other side of the arena, in fact, in the theatre, this Scholarship Award, which is all about collaboration. You were there as a part of it. How important is collaboration, and how important is it that nations start to work as a global collaboration as opposed to nation by nation when it comes to space and aviation?
Collaboration between nations, this is something very important, and I believe it is something from our nature as a human being. However, in space, according to NASA and according to major institutes who, let us say, establish the foundation of space in the world, like NASA and ESA, ISRO in India, they always say that collaboration is a must, and we cannot work alone anymore. We have to exchange ideas, workforce, technologies, and also to support each other. Space is huge, and the industry of space is increasing tremendously. Now we heard from, during this presentation from KPMG representative, the market of space for the last year reached more than 470 billion US dollar, and they are expecting it to reach almost 1 trillion by 2030. So nations are investing heavily in space, but we can see that no individual nation is booming alone. So we have like a group working together. We have ESA working with NASA. We have NASA also through Artemis Accord, which we are so proud to be a member of it, are bringing us all together to work for the next missions to land on the moon, and after that from the moon to Mars, and from Mars to the rest of the universe. So we are working together, and we are succeeding together, and we will continue doing so.
It's an absolute pleasure to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.